You need to hear this if you're feeling overwhelmed by the digital age. You're listening to Clarity Reset, the podcast where we unplug, refocus, and rebuild the mind. I'm your host, Jeremy Jarvis. Today's episode, the 24-hour Dopamine Reset, a beginner's guide. In the heart of the 21st century, we find ourselves swept away by a relentless current of information, notifications, and digital demands. Today, the digital sun never sets. Our smartphones, laptops, and televisions bathe us in a perpetual glow, a 24/7 carnival of stimuli vying for our precious attention. This constant immersion in the digital realm has reshaped our relationship with the world around us. The very technologies designed to connect us have in many ways led to a sense of disconnection. At the heart of this digital dilemma lies a neurochemical messenger called dopamine. Every notification, every like on social media, every bite of sugary treat releases a surge of dopamine, flooding our reward pathways. This desensitization can have profound effects on our mental and emotional well-being. The good news is that we are not beholden to the whims of the digital age. By consciously choosing to step away from the digital deluge, even for brief periods, we can begin to reset our dopamine sensitivity and reclaim our attention. By creating periods of digital detox, we cleanse our mental palate, enhancing our ability to savor the richness and depth of the world around us. Before we dive into some of the daily habits I use to rebuild focus, I want to share something I created that goes deeper than this podcast. It's my book, The Power of Clarity. It's a practical guide to rebuilding your attention, reducing stimulation, and finding stillness, even in a world that's always trying to pull you away from yourself. If you've ever felt scattered, foggy, or just off, this book is for you. You can find The Power of Clarity on Amazon in paperback or Kindle. Just search Jeremy Jarvis, The Power of Clarity, or tap the link in the description. All right, let's get back to today's tools. It is important to note that a dopamine reset is not a quick fix or a one-time solution. Think of it as a journey, not a destination. The goal is not to achieve some arbitrary level of digital purity, but to discover what practices and strategies best support your overall well-being. Dopamine. It's often dubbed the motivation molecule because it's intricately linked to our drive, focus, and pursuit of rewards. In essence, dopamine is the invisible hand that guides us towards experiences and behaviors that promote our survival and ultimately, our sense of well-being. In the tapestry of human evolution, dopamine played a pivotal role in ensuring our ancestors' survival. In the context of our modern world, this ancient system, finely tuned for a life of natural rewards, faces a new set of challenges. Enter the digital age, where a constant stream of artificial stimuli has hijacked our dopamine pathways, leading to a state of overstimulation and paradoxically a sense of emptiness. Our digital devices, from smartphones to laptops to video games, have become portals to a world of instant gratification. This constant bombardment of artificial dopamine triggers has profound effects on our brains. The digital world, designed to connect us, can leave us feeling more isolated and disconnected than ever before. Dopamine desensitization can manifest in a variety of ways, both physically and emotionally. One of the most common signs is difficulty experiencing pleasure in activities you once enjoyed. Procrastination and difficulty focusing are also telltale signs of dopamine desensitization. The good news is that our brains possess a remarkable capacity for neuroplasticity, the ability to adapt and rewire themselves in response to new experiences. By consciously choosing to temporarily disconnect from the digital deluge, we give our brains a much-needed break. By taking intentional steps to recalibrate your dopamine response, you can break free from the grip of digital overstimulation and rediscover the richness and depth of a life lived in greater alignment with your values and aspirations. Imagine a hamster spinning tirelessly on its wheel. We chase after the next notification, the next viral video, the next dopamine hit, but this constant pursuit of instant gratification leaves us feeling strangely empty and unfulfilled. The more we engage in these dopamine-spiking activities, the more our brains crave them, leading to a cycle of dependence and diminishing returns. Before the digital revolution, our ancestors found joy and fulfillment in the rhythm of the natural world. However, the constant stimulation of the digital age has dulled our sensitivity to these natural rewards. When we lose our appreciation for the simple joys of life, we lose touch with a fundamental source of happiness and contentment. Our brains are wired for focus and concentration, but the constant barrage of digital distractions has fragmented our attention spans, making it increasingly difficult to engage in deep work, meaningful conversations, or even simply relax and be present in the moment. Every notification, every email alert, every social media update acts as a mini interruption, pulling us away from the task at hand and disrupting our flow state. That state of effortless concentration where we are fully immersed in the present moment and operating at our creative peak. This constant task switching takes a toll on our cognitive abilities. Studies have shown that multitasking actually decreases productivity, increases errors, and reduces our ability to learn and retain information. We become masters of superficiality, skimming the surface of information without ever diving into the depths of true understanding. Furthermore, the fragmentation of our attention spans can lead to a sense of overwhelm and anxiety. We feel pressure to constantly be on, to respond to messages immediately, and to keep up with the relentless pace of the digital world. This can leave us feeling drained, depleted, and unable to fully engage in the activities that truly matter to us. Social media platforms, initially designed to connect us, have ironically become breeding grounds for comparison, envy, and a distorted sense of self-worth. We scroll through carefully curated feeds, bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives, exotic vacations, flawless physiques, and picture-perfect families. It's easy to forget that these online representations rarely reflect the messy, imperfect reality of everyday life. Yet, our brains, wired to seek social connection and belonging, often fall prey to the comparison trap. We measure our lives against these unrealistic standards, leading to feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, and a nagging sense that we're not good enough. This constant comparison can fuel a sense of dissatisfaction and a relentless pursuit of external validation. We seek likes, comments, and followers, hoping to fill the void within with digital affirmation. However, true fulfillment comes from within, from cultivating a strong sense of self-worth that is not contingent on external validation. Furthermore, the curated nature of social media often leads to a distorted view of reality. We see only the highlights, the successes, the carefully crafted personas. This can create a sense of isolation and loneliness as we compare our behind-the-scenes struggles to the seemingly effortless perfection of others. The 24/7 news cycle, coupled with the constant stream of information and notifications on our devices, keeps us in a perpetual state of high alert. We are bombarded with headlines about political turmoil, economic uncertainty, and global pandemics, leaving us feeling anxious, overwhelmed, and powerless. This constant exposure to negativity can trigger our stress response, leading to a surge of cortisol, the stress hormone. While cortisol plays a vital role in our survival, chronic elevation can have detrimental effects on our physical and mental health, contributing to anxiety, depression, sleep disturbances, and a weakened immune system. Furthermore, the fear of missing out, a pervasive phenomenon in the digital age, keeps us tethered to our devices, afraid to disconnect lest we miss out on some important update, social gathering, or viral trend. This constant need to stay connected fuels a sense of urgency and anxiety, preventing us from truly relaxing and being present in the moment. The irony is that by constantly chasing after the next piece of information, the next social interaction, the next dopamine hit, we miss out on the richness and depth of the present moment. We sacrifice true connection for the illusion of connection, and in the process we erode our capacity for peace, contentment, and a deep sense of well-being. Just as a musician pauses between notes to create a sense of rhythm and harmony, we too need pauses in our digital consumption to restore balance and clarity to our lives. These pauses, whether they take the form of a digital detox, a mindfulness practice, or simply a few moments of quiet reflection, allow our brains to recalibrate and return to a calmer, more grounded state. When we step away from the dopamine treadmill, we break the cycle of dependence on external stimuli. We create space for boredom, which, contrary to popular belief, can be a powerful catalyst for creativity and self-discovery. In those moments of quietude, our minds are free to wander, to make new connections, and to tap into a deeper well of inspiration. Furthermore, these pauses allow us to reconnect with our natural baseline, to rediscover the simple joys of life that have become obscured by the digital noise. We begin to appreciate the subtle beauty of our surroundings, the warmth of human connection, and the quiet contentment that arises from simply being present in the moment. Reclaiming your baseline is not about disconnecting from the world or becoming a digital hermit. It's about finding a healthy balance between connection and disconnection, between the digital and the natural, between the demands of the external world and the needs of our inner selves. In a world saturated with distractions, cultivating presence, the ability to be fully engaged in the present moment without judgment or distraction, is a radical act of self-care. It's about reclaiming our attention from the digital forces vying for our time and energy and redirecting it towards the things that truly matter, our relationships, our passions, and our own well-being. Presence is not a passive state. It's an active choice we make moment by moment to bring our full awareness to the present experience. It's about noticing the sensations in our bodies, the thoughts and emotions arising in our minds, and the sights, sounds, and smells of the world around us. By cultivating presence, we begin to notice the habitual patterns of our minds, the endless scrolling, the constant need for stimulation, the tendency to dwell on the past or worry about the future. This awareness is the first step towards breaking free from these patterns and making conscious choices about how we spend our time and energy. Presence is not about achieving a state of perfect stillness or eliminating distractions altogether. It's about learning to relate to our digital devices and the digital world in a more mindful and intentional way. It's about choosing when to connect and when to disconnect, when to engage and when to simply be. In a world that rarely slows down, a 24-hour dopamine reset offers a much-needed sanctuary for the overstimulated mind. It's a chance to step off the relentless treadmill of digital demands, to silence the cacophony of notifications, and to reconnect with the rhythms of our inner world. Just as a weary traveler seeks refuge in a tranquil oasis, a dopamine reset provides a space for rest, rejuvenation, and a return to our natural state of equilibrium. Imagine waking up without the jarring sound of an alarm clock, your phone lying dormant on your nightstand. Instead of immediately reaching for your device, you take a few deep breaths, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you connect with the present moment. The day stretches before you, not as a series of tasks and obligations, but as an open canvas, an opportunity to explore the world without the digital filter. This intentional disconnection from the digital realm allows your brain to shift gears, to move from a state of constant stimulation to a more relaxed and receptive mode. The incessant chatter of the digital world fades into the background, creating space for the whispers of your own intuition, the subtle stirrings of your creativity, and the profound wisdom of your own body. This is not to say that a 24-hour dopamine reset is a magic bullet, a quick fix for the challenges of modern life. It's a conscious choice, a commitment to prioritize your well-being and to create space for the things that truly matter: connection, creativity, and a deep sense of presence. It's about pressing the pause button on the digital noise, not to escape from the world, but to reconnect with yourself and the world around you in a more meaningful and fulfilling way. Beyond the immediate sense of calm and clarity that a dopamine reset can bring, there are also significant neurological benefits to consider. Our brains, like any other organ in our bodies, thrive on balance and moderation. When we subject our brains to a constant barrage of dopamine-spiking stimuli, we disrupt this delicate balance, leading to a state of desensitization and diminished returns. Think of it like a muscle that's been overworked. Just as a weightlifter needs to give their muscles time to rest and recover after an intense workout, our brains need periods of downtime to repair and rebuild. A dopamine reset provides this much-needed break, allowing our dopamine receptors to regain their sensitivity and return to their natural state of equilibrium. As we reduce our exposure to artificial dopamine triggers, our brains begin to recalibrate. We become more attuned to the subtler, more sustainable sources of pleasure and reward that exist in the real world: the warmth of human connection, the beauty of nature, the satisfaction of a job well done. This recalibration process not only enhances our capacity for joy and contentment, but it also improves our cognitive function. Studies have shown that even brief periods of disconnection from technology can lead to improvements in focus, attention, and working memory. By giving our brains a break from the digital deluge, we allow them to reset and recharge, enhancing our cognitive performance and overall well-being. One of the most profound benefits of a 24-hour dopamine reset is the realization that we are not slaves to our devices. We often feel tethered to our phones, as if our very existence depends on staying connected, on being available 24/7. A dopamine reset allows us to break free from these digital chains, to reclaim our time and attention, and to rediscover the liberating power of being fully present in the offline world. Imagine a day without the constant pings and notifications, without the urge to check your email every few minutes, without the pressure to document every moment of your life for social media. Instead of being pulled in 1,000 different directions by the demands of the digital world, you are free to choose how you spend your time and energy. This newfound freedom can be both exhilarating and unsettling. We may initially feel a sense of emptiness, a void where the constant stimulation of the digital world once resided. But it's in this space, in this stillness, that we begin to reconnect with our own inner rhythms, our own passions and priorities. We rediscover the joy of slow living, of savoring the simple pleasures of a handwritten note, a cup of tea enjoyed in silence, a walk in nature without the distraction of podcasts or playlists. We begin to see the world with fresh eyes, to appreciate the beauty that surrounds us, and to engage with life in a more mindful and intentional way. In our hyper-connected world, boredom has become a dirty word, something to be avoided at all costs. We fill every spare moment with digital distractions, afraid to face the perceived emptiness of our own company. But what if boredom, rather than being something to fear, is actually a gateway to creativity, self-discovery, and a deeper understanding of ourselves. When we allow ourselves to be bored, to sit with the discomfort of having nothing to distract us, our minds are free to wander. We begin to daydream, to make new connections, to tap into a wellspring of creativity that lies dormant beneath the surface of our busy lives. Some of our greatest ideas and innovations have emerged from moments of boredom, from those times when our minds were allowed to wander freely without the constraints of external stimuli. Think of Archimedes in his bathtub, Newton under the apple tree, or Einstein in his patent office, all moments of quiet contemplation that led to groundbreaking discoveries. A dopamine reset can provide the perfect opportunity to embrace boredom, to create space for those moments of quiet reflection and creative incubation. By disconnecting from the digital world, we give our minds the freedom to wander, to explore new possibilities, and to tap into our own innate capacity for innovation and self-expression. The power of a 24-hour dopamine reset extends far beyond the individual. As more and more people awaken to the detrimental effects of constant stimulation and make conscious choices to reclaim their attention, a ripple effect begins to spread throughout society. We start to question the status quo, to challenge the notion that being constantly connected is synonymous with being productive, successful, or even happy. We begin to see a shift in our values, a growing appreciation for the simple things, for experiences over possessions, for quality time over digital distractions. We start to prioritize our well-being, setting boundaries around our technology use, and making conscious choices about how we spend our time and energy. This shift in consciousness has the potential to transform not only our personal lives, but also our workplaces, our communities, and even our relationship with the planet. As we become more mindful of our own digital consumption, we become more aware of the environmental impact of our devices and the ethical implications of the technology we use. A 24-hour dopamine reset is not just about unplugging for a day, it's about waking up to a new way of being, a way of life that prioritizes presence, connection, and a deep appreciation for the world both within and around us. It's about recognizing that true happiness and fulfillment are not found in the fleeting dopamine hits of the digital world, but in the richness and depth of a life lived in alignment with our values and aspirations. Imagine this. You're about to embark on a journey not to a far-off land but to the inner landscape of your own mind. This journey, a 24-hour dopamine reset, is an opportunity to step away from the relentless demands of the digital world and to reconnect with the quiet rhythms of your own being. Like any journey worth taking, a little preparation goes a long way in ensuring a smooth and rewarding experience. The key to a successful dopamine reset lies in creating the right conditions for stillness. It's about minimizing distractions, both external and internal, so that you can fully immerse yourself in the present moment and allow your mind and body to reset and recharge. Think of it like preparing a sanctuary, a sacred space where you can retreat from the digital noise and reconnect with the whispers of your own intuition. This sanctuary can be as simple as a quiet corner in your home, a cozy nook in your backyard, or a peaceful spot in nature. The goal is to create an environment that supports your intention to disconnect, to resist the urge to reach for your phone, to tune out the digital chatter, and to simply be present with yourself and your surroundings. Before you embark on your dopamine reset, take some time to attend to the practicalities. Just as you wouldn't set out on a road trip without checking your car's oil and tire pressure, a little pre-reset planning can prevent unnecessary distractions and ensure a smoother, more enjoyable experience. Begin by choosing a day that aligns with your schedule and commitments. If possible, select a day with minimal work or social obligations, a day where you can truly unplug and dedicate yourself to the reset. Once you've chosen your reset day, inform your close friends and family members of your intentions. Let them know that you'll be unavailable by phone or email for 24 hours, and assure them that you'll reconnect once the reset is complete. This simple act of communication serves two purposes. It manages expectations, preventing concerned loved ones from bombarding you with messages, and it creates a sense of accountability, making you more likely to follow through with your commitment to disconnect. In a world where constant connectivity has become the norm, the decision to unplug, even for 24 hours, can be met with resistance, confusion, or even a sense of FOMO, the fear of missing out, from others. It's important to remember that your decision to embark on a dopamine reset is a personal one, and you have the right to prioritize your well-being, even if it means temporarily disconnecting from the digital hive mind. If you anticipate pushback or concerns from others, consider framing your decision in a positive light. Instead of focusing on what you're giving up, like social media, notifications, or the news cycle, emphasize what you're gaining. Time for yourself, space for reflection, an opportunity to reconnect with your creativity and inner peace. You might say something like, "I'm taking a day for myself to recharge and reconnect with my creativity. I'll be off the grid for 24 hours, but I'm looking forward to catching up with you when I return." Remember, you don't need to justify your decision or defend your need for space. By approaching the conversation with confidence and clarity, you set a healthy boundary and pave the way for a smoother, more supported reset experience. Just as you might tidy up your home before welcoming guests, take some time to curate your physical environment to support your dopamine reset. This doesn't require a complete home makeover. Even small adjustments can make a big difference in minimizing distractions and creating a sense of calm and tranquility. Begin by identifying potential dopamine triggers in your home. Your smartphone, television, laptop, video games, even certain books or magazines. The goal is not to banish these items entirely, but to create enough physical and mental distance to minimize their allure during your reset. Consider placing your phone in a drawer, turning off notifications on your laptop, or covering your television with a throw blanket. The key is to make these distractions less visible and less accessible, reducing the likelihood of mindless engagement. In addition to minimizing digital distractions, think about how you can enhance your environment to support relaxation and reflection. Dim the lights, light candles, diffuse essential oils, or play calming music. Surround yourself with objects that spark joy and inspire tranquility. Plants, crystals, artwork, or mementos from nature. In a world dominated by screens, it's easy to forget the simple pleasures of the analog world. A dopamine reset provides the perfect opportunity to rediscover the tactile joy of pen and paper, the soothing rhythm of turning pages, and the quiet satisfaction of creating something with your hands. Gather your favorite analog tools, a notebook and pen for journaling or sketching, a stack of books from your to-read list, art supplies for painting or drawing, or tools for a hands-on hobby like knitting, gardening, or woodworking. These analog activities not only provide a welcome respite from the digital world, but they also engage different parts of your brain, fostering creativity, problem-solving skills, and a sense of accomplishment that can be hard to replicate in the digital realm. Remember those hobbies you used to enjoy before the digital age consumed your free time? This is your chance to dust them off, to reconnect with the joy of creation, and to rediscover the simple pleasures of engaging with the world through your senses. As you prepare for your dopamine reset, it's important to cultivate the right mindset. This is not about deprivation, punishment, or achieving some arbitrary level of digital purity. It's about approaching the experience with a sense of curiosity, kindness, and a willingness to explore the inner landscape of your own mind without judgment. You may experience moments of resistance, boredom, or even anxiety as you disconnect from the digital world. These feelings are perfectly normal. Your brain is simply adjusting to the absence of its usual dopamine hits. Meet these feelings with compassion and understanding. Instead of judging yourself for these feelings, simply observe them with curiosity. What does boredom feel like in your body? Where do you feel anxiety? What thoughts arise when you're not constantly distracted by your phone? Remember, this is a journey of self-discovery, an opportunity to learn more about yourself and your relationship with the digital world. Approach the experience with an open mind, a gentle heart, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The insights and transformations that await you are well worth the temporary discomfort of disconnecting. As the first rays of dawn paint the sky with hues of rose and gold, you awaken to a different kind of morning. The usual jarring ring of your smartphone alarm is absent, replaced by the gentle caress of sunlight streaming through your window. A sense of tranquility washes over you as you realize that for the next 24 hours, you are free from the digital demands that typically dictate your day. Resist the urge to reach for your phone, to check emails, scroll through social media, or scan the headlines. Instead, take a few deep breaths, feeling the rise and fall of your chest as you connect with the present moment. Notice the silence, not as an absence of sound, but as a presence, a fertile space where you can reconnect with the rhythms of your own being. Instead of rushing into the day, linger in bed for a few moments, savoring the feeling of the sheets against your skin, the warmth of the sunlight on your face. Stretch your limbs slowly, feeling the gentle pull of your muscles as you awaken your body. This is a day for slowing down, for savoring the simple pleasures, for rediscovering the beauty of being fully present. When you're ready to rise, resist the urge to turn on the radio or television. Let the silence envelop you, a soothing balm for the overstimulated mind. Instead of reaching for your phone to check the weather, step outside and feel the air against your skin. Look up at the sky, noticing the shapes of the clouds, the colors of the sunrise, the subtle movements of nature unfolding around you. As the morning unfolds, dedicate some time to mindful movement. This could be a gentle yoga flow, a brisk walk in nature, or simply some stretches in your living room. The goal is not to achieve peak physical performance, but to reconnect with your body, to feel the ground beneath your feet, to notice the sensations of each movement as you breathe deeply and fully. As you move, pay attention to the rhythm of your breath, the gentle expansion and contraction of your lungs. Notice how your body feels, energized, stiff, relaxed, tense. Observe these sensations without judgment, simply acknowledging them as they arise. After your movement practice, prepare a nourishing breakfast. Choose whole, unprocessed foods that nourish your body and mind. Fresh fruit, oatmeal, eggs, avocado toast. As you prepare your meal, engage all your senses. The vibrant colors of the fruits and vegetables, the earthy aroma of coffee brewing, the satisfying crunch of a piece of toast. Sit down to eat without distractions, no phones, no television, no books or magazines. Savor each bite, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and aromas of your food. Chew slowly and mindfully, allowing your digestion to begin and your body to fully absorb the nutrients. This is not just about fueling your body, it's about cultivating a sense of gratitude for the nourishment that sustains you. As the day progresses, resist the urge to fill your time with digital distractions. Instead, embrace the opportunity to reconnect with your creativity and spend some time in nature. Remember those hobbies you used to enjoy, those passions you've been meaning to explore, those creative projects that have been gathering dust on the shelf. This is your chance to dust them off and dive in. Perhaps you have a sketchbook calling your name, a paintbrush begging to be dipped in color, a musical instrument yearning to be played. Or maybe your creativity finds expression through writing, gardening, cooking, or building. Whatever your chosen medium, approach it with a sense of playfulness and curiosity, allowing yourself to experiment, to make mistakes, and to rediscover the joy of creation without the pressure of perfection. If the weather permits, take your creative pursuits outdoors. Find a peaceful spot in nature, a park, a forest, a beach, your own backyard, and allow yourself to be fully present with the natural world. Feel the sun on your skin, the wind in your hair, the earth beneath your feet. Listen to the bird song, the rustling leaves, the gentle lapping of waves against the shore. As you immerse yourself in nature, notice how your senses awaken. The vibrant colors of flowers, the intricate patterns of leaves, the earthy scent of soil after the rain. These are the subtle wonders that often go unnoticed when we're tethered to our devices. Allow yourself to be captivated by the beauty that surrounds you, to feel a sense of awe and wonder at the intricate web of life unfolding all around you. As the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the landscape, embrace the opportunity to unwind and reflect on your day. Prepare a simple, nourishing dinner, savoring the process of chopping vegetables, stirring sauces, and inhaling the comforting aromas filling your kitchen. Set the table with care, creating a space that invites relaxation and mindful eating. As you sit down to dinner, light candles, dim the lights, and resist the urge to turn on the television or check your phone. Instead, engage in conversation with loved ones, share stories, or simply enjoy the silence together. This is a time for connection, for gratitude, for appreciating the simple pleasures of a shared meal. After dinner, indulge in a relaxing activity, a warm bath, a good book, a cup of herbal tea, listening to calming music. This is a time to wind down, to allow your mind and body to unwind from the day's activities, and to prepare for a restful night's sleep. Before bed, take some time to reflect on your dopamine reset experience. Journal about your thoughts and feelings, noticing any insights or shifts in perspective that have arisen throughout the day. What did you find challenging? What did you enjoy? What did you learn about yourself and your relationship with the digital world? As your 24-hour dopamine reset comes to an end, you may feel a sense of accomplishment, a renewed sense of clarity and focus, and a deeper appreciation for the simple pleasures of life. The challenge now is to integrate these insights into your daily life to create a more mindful and balanced relationship with the digital world. Remember, the goal is not to become a digital hermit or to swear off technology altogether. The digital world offers many benefits: connection, information, entertainment, and more. The key is to engage with technology consciously and intentionally, rather than allowing it to consume our time and attention. Start by setting boundaries around your technology use. Designate specific times of day for checking emails, scrolling through social media, or engaging in other digital activities. Outside of these designated times, make a conscious effort to disconnect, to be fully present with your surroundings, and to engage in activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Remember, you are in control of your digital consumption. By making conscious choices about how you engage with technology, you reclaim your time, your attention, and your power to live a more present, fulfilling, and meaningful life. As you emerge from your 24-hour dopamine reset, you may find yourself noticing the world with a renewed sense of vibrancy. The hum of the refrigerator, once lost in the background noise of daily life, now holds a distinct presence. The taste of your morning coffee lingers on your tongue, a symphony of subtle flavors. The laughter of loved ones rings out with a clarity that penetrates the heart. This heightened awareness, this newfound appreciation for the simple things, is a testament to the power of even a brief respite from the digital deluge. Your brain, no longer bombarded by a constant stream of artificial stimuli, has had a chance to recalibrate, to rediscover the joy of natural rewards, to find peace in the absence of digital noise. The cravings for digital distraction may still arise, but you are now armed with a powerful awareness, the realization that you are not beholden to these impulses. You have tasted the freedom of disconnecting, of reclaiming your attention, of choosing how you want to spend your precious time and energy. This 24-hour experiment is merely a glimpse into the transformative potential of digital mindfulness. It's an invitation to embark on an ongoing journey, a commitment to cultivating a healthier, more balanced relationship with the digital tools that have become so deeply intertwined with our lives. The path toward digital well-being is not about disconnecting entirely or demonizing technology. It's about finding a sustainable balance, a way of integrating these powerful tools into our lives without allowing them to dominate our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It's about making conscious choices, moment by moment, to align our digital consumption with our values and aspirations. It's about setting healthy boundaries, creating space for digital detox, and prioritizing activities that nourish our minds, bodies, and spirits. It's about rediscovering the simple joys of the offline world, the beauty of nature, the power of human connection, the satisfaction of creative pursuits, the depth of our own inner landscapes. The journey toward digital well-being is a deeply personal one, a process of experimentation and discovery. There will be moments of ease and moments of challenge, times when you navigate the digital landscape with grace, and times when you find yourself pulled back into the vortex of distraction. Embrace the journey with all its twists and turns, and remember that even small steps in the direction of greater awareness and intentionality can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. If today's episode brought you a sense of calm, or helped you see things a little more clearly, I invite you to go deeper with my book, The Power of Clarity. It's a guide to rebuilding your mind, one quiet habit at a time. You'll learn how to focus better, let go of digital noise, and reconnect with what matters most. It's available now on Amazon, in paperback or Kindle. Just search The Power of Clarity, Jeremy Jarvis, or check the link in the description below. Thank you for listening. This is Clarity Reset. I'm Jeremy Jarvis, and I'll see you next time.